Today, we will talk to the Minister for Local Government and Community Affairs as a ministry in charge of local governance and community development. For that, I want to welcome Tamba Lamina to the program. Good morning and welcome to the program, Tamba Lamina.
Good morning, listeners to 98.1, and good morning, Salud.
Okay, we get another studio this morning can talk about one announcement where they make this BNTM, where na redistricting and creation of new localities them na the western area, how this go be and when we go see them and how we go work. Make we get them na the program inside this morning. But the Minister of Local Government, as I mentioned, when they in charge of community development and also local governance, and earlier the name now been Minister of Local Government, but now we don't get community affairs. How we don't turn like since the shift?
Well, in 2021, 2022, government been thinking so well. Initially, now the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. Rural development, by nature, most times the local councils and the undertaker and chiefdom councils. The government at that time, they actually consider say it's better for let we get community affairs, because most of them communities then they some communities then they obviously we know they a rural setting, especially the urban communities. Whether not Freetown, whether not Bo, whether not all the areas, and then this ministry still good day for the subnational governance of them community then they, and for work with the local councils them, chiefdom councils, the provincial team, for let them foster development and peace at the various localities. So now that made government been changed at that time.
How we don't like, as you mentioned, now being Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, but we have say the urban areas and they be left out. How we don't like since the shift happened that it reflects its name?
We are working alongside all the local councils. We work along all the chiefdom councils and various communities. Of course, one of the things that we'll decide for do immediately when they happen. Now follow we do what we call functional review of the ministry itself. And that functional review, they take time, because not to only the ministry headquarters they get for look at, they also get for look at all the provincial headquarters team and also the local councils for let them decide exactly as to which are the best structure for modern times for the Ministry of Local Government. So that maybe don't take place. And currently the report, they don't write the report. We wait now for then lay cabinet, for the cabinet approved, and then obviously we'll get the various directorates the ministry, especially the ministry, the directorate for community affairs. When a very important directorate who will work alongside the directorate of decentralization and also the directorate of local government. So there are key restructuring issues where they come up inside the Ministry of Local Government.
All right, Mr. Minister, what's the relationship between the ministry and local council heads then?
Well, we are the supervising ministry. We get responsibility as the link between local government and the central government, and most of the issues the way they come up, they advocate obviously for decentralization within governance, the main governance structure. So I would say it's a very good relationship nationwide. We work with all local councils. We also would provide capacity building for many of these local councils, even though themselves they handle and to themselves. But we, together with the directorate of currently the decentralization secretariat, we get the skilled workers them for work within local council. We always work in tandem.
Okay, we can look at the issue proper, but let's get things clear. How information can pass from the ministry to then local heads there of the council there, because most of them is concerned say the information knocking go down to them for the time they want them. For example, the FCC, we see we are in this BNTM, they may raise concern about we are in the no aware of certain meeting owner for all. So how on they drop down some of the information the way the ministry they get to some of the heads then they?
Various ways then they will communicate, direct contact, telephone calls, letters, and the officials then they contact people then. You know, that particular message you come out say they not be aware. If you say, I don't talk and severally say that was very disingenuous because they've been very, very much aware of what in the happen. In fact, a meeting will be non-cancel once. Initially, we will decide for hold a meeting there because the meeting was to be held at Freetown City Council. We send the letter. The deputy mayor at that time, that's good to him. He called me. I say, hey, minister, I say, mayor no dey around. He go file a mayor dey around. We not dey come. I say, okay. By right, what should actually have happened? There should have been a notification to the ministry, say the mayor not dey around. So if we not get them notification, then obviously it becomes difficult for us to know in terms of fixing dates of contacts and all that. As a result of that, we decide for cancel. The second time around, we'll fix that 10 day we get that kind of message there. Say, you know, it just hear from resident of in Freetown for say the Ministry of Local Government they come. How could that happen? When in fact now on your own platform in the city where already it's been minuted to you and you've had conversations around that for say this meeting that take place. Then you write, even without contacting me, you state say you don't contact the minister, Ministry of Local Government and all these issues. I believe say what thing that happen is see what would they try for do say not to all man. There are sentimental issues around it in terms of how people then they perceive it. But that don't mean for say government not go doing work. Of course, we all in our leadership positions. It's not everything that probably good day now we on side, but as long as it is reasonable and government they act within the law, we therefore engage and have conversations around the internet. So for talk say the ministry really not contact them, if you say that was wrong and it was incorrect, and I believe say that not to the war for the work.
Okay, we they can look at that properly. The meeting won't have been get with the Freetown City Council in terms of the new localities. We will look at them when we come to that. But this BNTM, the Minister of Local Government through the Minister of Information announced new redistricting and also new localities within Freetown. Now we look at the redistricting first. How will they happen before we come to the localities?
Well, the ministry done the work. As you know, this current form of local governance, now 2004, now it came into action. Since then, this is 21 years of decentralization or local governance in current form. Various governments don't look at various models in terms of how things then go work in order for we get sufficient service delivery, effective service delivery, and efficient service delivery to we people them and at the various localities. If you go remember, I think it was in 2017, the former government, they actually establish new localities. Now various sides do new districts as well. In the same continuum, government always continuity. You don't always buy 20 able for chew at a specific time. I believe so that 10 days I don't need them be able for bite and chew. This time around, government thinks well, there is still an additional need. Certain areas and they were very remote and very far away from participating in governance and actually bringing their matters to the table. Better in terms of the needs and establishing their own priorities and getting their own councils. There is need for law establish 2 more districts. Those districts are mainly in the east. We'll call Pangoma district in the east, where obviously the lines that we look at in terms of waiting go form that particular district, they are along chiefdom lines. So it's not new boundaries that we're going to create. So Kenima will lose some chiefdoms to that district, and Kailan also will lose some chiefdoms to that district there. So which makes Kailan a bit smaller, which makes Kenima a little bit smaller as well. Then we come to the south, we get Bandajuma. Bandajuma itself, Kenima will lose some chiefdoms. Then Bo district will also lose some chiefdoms to Bandajuma district. So those are the two districts that we government want for create and also for establish new localities in the western region.
When are the chiefdoms then we will be affected by this Panguma district and the Bandajuma?
Well, I already don't invite una follow una come, and clearly the ministry one follow will consider most of the issues them. I no say yes. No one follow name chiefdoms them currently. Then we go miss some in terms of which one and which one, because I don't get that document with me right now here. But waiting there for be very, very important is that we invite on our ministry, we get several engagements all over the place for the people that are certain as to the chiefdoms the way they come in, because currently as we don't move around, things then they shape up and then they change. When we don't do nationwide engagement, certain things then don't they change as we go along, and their recommendations then I make we they try for engage. This is now a people-centered government, and the people them voices we they listen to them all the time. And that make as we they move around, as then they add them voice, it they shape the conversation and also the final product of what you get for be. When you look to even when we go now Kailahu and we go na Kenema, some of the conversations that we'll get around in terms of which will be non-proposed, it don't change, because clearly then tell we say if we do and so it will work better, and clearly when we finish that report the good day, we will be the final report we will put now His Excellency the President in table.
All right, Mr. Minister, as you say, we do consultation na up country. So for Freetown, the consultation we una do, waiting people and tell una in terms of where you the propose for shape Freetown.
Well, not a consultation we do. I want for let we make this very, very clear. If you say there's a lot of misinformation where they go around, and that misinformation they will need for addressing. In the first place, immediately when government come out with this proposal, misinformation mean they say, oh, then they can't divide Freetown. And we don't talk on time and again, say nobody know able to divide the city of Freetown. The city of Freetown remains the city of Freetown and a whole city for itself. Waiting government they try for do now for establish new councils, for let the councils they will work better for the people of Freetown, especially in terms of service delivery. When we do that, clearly, Salon people them understand say we been get concerns the way people them raise, but they not raise them through the proper channels. Some of the write letters, obviously, when we write letters, we receive the letters. The mayor of Freetown decided for write an open letter. Clearly, we will not be able to reply to that, because in terms of professional and structurally, open letters, especially when you're in a system, it's not something that we will accept.
So anything wrong with that?
Of course, because you don't write open letters. You write letters we will discuss on a can at the table. Because when you write open letters, it means you're not directly talking to the ministry, you're talking to somebody else. Which means I make a state and say you are playing to the gallery, and who that actually they try for talk to. Because that the ministry they try to talk to, you know, write open letter. These are confidential issues we will discuss, and after that, the outcome obviously can be published so for less alone people they understand. So clearly, that misinformation done the day. We don't talk and very clearly say the city of Freetown remains the city of Freetown. Establishing localities, it go just there like how other localities then they now Accra, but the city of Accra remains the same. Okay. Localities then go there, now the city of Abuja, but Abuja remains the same. Localities then there, Even now London remains the same. When you grab now where you go, now pass you go get near your locality, you say na your locality to go. But where you go, it is still a talk say, I do go London, I do go Accra, I do go Abuja, and where you can and still Freetown you come. So that misinformation the way they go around say, oh, they want for divide Freetown, as if clearly you even get for give Freetown another name, because when you divide a place, it means you have to give the place another name, and that is not what is happening. Administratively for Freetown, government they say for let Freetown work better, for the various things that we councils them responsible for do, government they say Freetown needs new localities, small entities. We go make the work become lighter for the leadership of them councils. Then they small councils. We go make the councils they're able to touch the people them better. Most cities are made of settlements, and most of them settlements they are not planned settlements, especially in developing countries. You will realize, say, because they're settlements and then they come about, the place don't expand. The complexity of the needs of them places, then they don't become very cumbersome. So for let one city council able for handle them thing, and it is very difficult. It is very challenging. Now we then most of the time where the issues in the corner Freetown. Most times not a Freetown City Council then they talk about waiting at the talk about and say Papa government. So government has a responsibility to the people for ensure say what is workable, what they envision say in terms of planning. Especially now, what we're doing is actually engaging. We engage with the people then for let we shape the discourse and let us get the final product of waiting there for happen. At the end of the day, government plans, and that plan it take over a period of time. This particular one, not to really happen immediately. Pronouncements can be made, but technical work get for day towards that, and the final whatever we get for come out, so that after 2028 you will get a new localities here, because the current mandate of them councillors and them mayors, we don't want for deplete town. Legally, we are a very legally oriented government. When we do that, the planning and the putting of all the jigsaw puzzles together, waiting will happen in the end is will be implemented when 2020 after 2020.
Program na Good Morning Salon, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, we take another issue. So some people wait up na Freetown say they don't want let government create new local council in a western area district. And talk this inside one consultative meeting with the Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs, all with the public, for talk about the plan where government get for create a new local council in a western area. For more on this, make we join Sonia Bell.
Some months back, what don't they go around the media, both traditional and social media them, say governments they plan for create new local council them inside Freetown, where this don't be serious concern to plenty people in the country. But why government wants for let that happen? Now for sake of this make the Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs hold one consultation engagement with the public. Usai, the Director of Decentralization, Rex Bonafa, explain more about this engagement.
The creation of local government area. What it can make when I want to create local government area within a capital city. So from this one, I don't know, say it's not about creating new cities. It's about creating local government areas within an existing capital city.
The head of Geographical Information System, na Statistics Salon, James Aliyu Meadow, talk about how they don't plan for this decentralization.
Western rural is going to be divided out together. There is a proposal. The proposal of that we know say we get Western rural and Western urban districts, making up the Western region. So the proposal is that Western rural we divide them into 3 local councils. There is a proposal for create 3 localities councils within the Western urban municipality.
Where it talk, the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs, Tamba Lamina, talk about why governments they plan for decentralized Freetown.
In the country that we're so advanced, delicately. There's still they get issues around devolved functions when it comes to local governance. Government over the period will not get all the time. Government come in, government go out. Since 2004, when we start this form of local governance, now 21 years now with the practice. I want to tell you, say, you know, the 19th century, when they create Freetown, today, look how they. They now talk about how Freetown don't get new settlements, how the settlements and they're all over. The original basis of establishing local governance. Now, for make sure, say, governance, they touch the people. You get closer, you dey feel what in that council they do for establishing your priorities.
The mayor of Freetown, Her Worship Yvonne Akisoya, self begets this for say.
Decentralization means say the powers and the functions we sit on with the central government, so come up to the central government and can't have. If we want deepen decentralization, what we need for do now for make sure say them power them where they at the central government can't down to the local.
Some people will be there part of this consultation meeting. Self didn't get for add their own voice, but waiting them think. But this plan for decentralized Freetown.
Forget conversation on this very important subject. It's very good for the people they hear it from the leadership, but also from the leadership hear it from the people. So therefore, the question here is, do you, as much as this conversation is important, I beg, let we not rush am. But let we not see with the rush this conversation, that we begin for CM, let's say, this whole proposal, a strategy for election.
The problem of Freetown City, not two sides. We don't look at citizens across the world, from East Africa to Tanzania, let's say, Dar es Salaam, we get larger populations then, where even the GDP them per capita, it at an amount where the people them of that community stand for benefit. What did I tell you? It says if they generate certain amount for Western urban or even the city, it means some of them money they like women or state. People that are also who benefit from them. Now communities that are Calvato, if no go get that money in the city, it tells you that say we not go benefit any community like this. We say we live in a poor communities where even the council they struggle for generating resources. But I tell you back say the problem with my own country or this country is that we, when are educated people then, sometimes we don't use education for mislead decisions.
This consultation meeting, where local governments be all with the public, be done before the term where it be supposed for done. As people then begin protest with placard na they hand them, for sure say they don't want governments for divide western area, as they plan for do. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Sonia Bell, they report.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue from the report today. We come to the Minister for Local Government and Community Affairs, Tamba Lamina. You just listen to the report, but the consultation you hold with the Freetown City Council. But for we listeners, when we look at the localities where the local government ministry get for creates. Now we say then localities here get for the western area, both urban and rural.
You see, Musa, what you make they try for avoid for names and boundaries. Now because it will confuse people then. Because when you look at a map or you see the watch out, now you go understand them more. Because this is about various places. And there various places then they were already been done shown at Freetown City Council. And clearly it will always be available. Because the places then Boku. In terms of localities, look like the first locality proposal, it got up to about 25 areas. If I begin naming them, I just done with it all the time. In terms of places, they're inside the place. The second one got about 28 areas, and also the third one instead gets about 25 areas. So clearly these are various settlements, if I can name that.
We look
so
at
for let's say sit down at studio no more. I begin say waiting at the area there.
Almost
confuse the people.
Almost localities will get a Freetown totally.
Well, in all, the proposal will go result in 3 areas, 3 local councils.
Okay.
Inside Freetown.
What are the councils say also inside Freetown?
Well, in terms of the naming of the councils and how
I mean, how I get for division get for town like yes.
Well, currently, I'll tell you, Musa, even the current administration under this current mayor, Freetown is divided into 3 areas where people don't know officially. People don't know even know that. There are areas they are so then they operate in order for let them make service delivery as efficient as possible. Now we want for officially, well, of course you get the east and you got the central and you get the west area. Clearly, we did look at all them here from waiting and on the do and waiting we feel say in terms of them people. A lot of talk say east, the east of Freetown. You know, in the talk say Freetown City Council. Freetown City Council now one council within at the central part of Freetown. For let them touch far away to go to the east. It's so difficult. When you go to the east, you actually talk to the people then at the east, and the kind of services that they whether not cleaning, sanitation alone around the area, it's very, very challenging for them. We they try for suggesting now government go get a focused attention. We then look at councils then they, so that every locality go get your local council and go get the responsibility for manage that locality area there, for make sure say they attract the kind of services then we go for let them kind of na their locality then they moving forward. So this is not about planning. I read from the clip where you play. You know, Musa, we're going to be honest with Sierra Leoneans. And when we talk about honesty, you know, genuine intention of people. It's not difficult for let you know. We knew exactly say that event or activity will be engaged. It was carefully orchestrated.
By who?
By the mayor and in cohorts. Clearly, we see in the social media. In the social media, there were several messages centered around in social media for say una come on Freetown, una come. Then they come for we like for some people then they come for can do something way bad. Let me finish, Musa. Let me finish this particular one. We went to a meeting where before say how you gonna say you're orchestrated when somebody they carried already about information. Say this that something really can happen. Right from the onset, then go get the one they will sit down, everybody is seated nicely. Okay? Then all of a sudden placards come out. That means you get pre-planned at a particular juncture for let you instigate people that say una come for can do this. And
but this is an allegation. This is an allegation.
Well, it can be an allegation because this is the reality. This is what we experience.
No allegation that the names them we call say now they're responsible.
No, but you don't see how we don't have the media
for that.
You don't have the media. No. I can be held responsible for that, for what I'm saying. In fact, when me and Mayor sit down, I tell him, I say, Mayor, this is carefully orchestrated by you. It is choreographed and everything what they find there. The people that say, well, you attract for let you bring them come in here. We know how to hire them for bring them come in here. All now the government they get intelligence. But clearly we wanted to make a pronouncement and engage at that first step. From now we they go on for engage the people in Freetown for let them understand exactly what in government want to do. That situation wherein even as we don't for talk, we don't make the pronouncement. Then after that, what we want now for the get various contributions them inside the hall. The mayor Sidonia me, and they try for quite the people that go for talk because obviously that had been pre-arranged. Say that this person for talk, now sengbe. Now this person for talk, now this person for talk. All that clearly they should see. Meetings have been held, and we know where it's coming from. Pronouncements have been made. Political pronouncement consider as saying a political rally that people then camp rather than for camp engage for let we get a conversation, genuine conversation with the people of Freetown as we move along. That somehow then creates some leadership, and that is political as it so, from what
now we forgot about the allegations now or the individuals away the point finger at and look at the localities then we say then get for the the western urban or western rural. We say the localities then get for the western rural or western.
I already don't name them. Musala, I'll tell you something again.
So is it mean that we get forget 3 mayors after 2028?
Not to me own work down there. My own work is to ensure that we look at together working with Statistics Leone, the Ministry of Development, Ministry the ECSL, for let we work together because that 90 law asks for let the ministry work with the Ministry of Finance, for let we determine which side localities then go there. We don't get a fine spread of which side official localities then go there, but the sole authority, possibly get the authority for let do that. Now His Excellency the President, 90 law give that. Now go decide which side for established locality. Now go decide how they go name that locality. Now go decide the composition of that locality, and I go decide the functions the way that locality they will perform. That is what the law states. Not to make a consider that tell you that this get for the name, this mayor get for the or this person get for the. That's the discretion of His Excellency, and that the power with the law give for let make that decision. Let me tell you this, Musa. In 2017, when we get redistricting, the former government not go through this kind of process. Not at all. All we had, I need to make this point very clear.
Would they look at what he informed this decision, Mr. Minister? Would they go for a break or come back? We'll continue with the program Good Morning Salon.
The program na Good Morning Salon, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Still inside the studios, we get the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs. Before we go for that break day, you may explain about issues them way happen during the term when I get a meeting at Freetown City Council. But again, as you mentioned, say on a one for create a new council na Freetown. The ministry been look at resources wise, because if you create a new council, then get forget resources and then get forget their own system they will then get for put in place, just like other council them.
Well, that's all the reason why government they make this proposal. As I say, government the plan, and inside that plan they we talk about mobilization of revenue. One of the critical things that we Freetown City Council and Western Rural District Council, they're not able to maximize. Now for mobilize revenue, required revenue. 21 years down the line, if still the councils are relying very heavily on central government transfers, you understand, for some of them delivery of services, I believe say it only shows say we don't take baby steps for too long. And that is the reason why it's very important at this table we talk say mobilization of revenue. Even last week, the financial secretary is sent we information. It's sent out to all the local councils then. And the key thing the way they talk about now how council them for reposition themselves for mobilize own source revenue. And if we do that, Freetown City Council will say, oh, we don't mobilize revenue. It is not enough because you're not touching everywhere. When I read an extract, and they say Eastern Freetown, now only 20% of revenue they will mobilize there. That is actually giving us the evidence where we get for say actually the east end of Freetown actually need their own council.
So you think the best thing this way the ministry for do if the council able generate revenue for Leona, help them generate revenue now for create new council?
Well, that is not all the reason, not the only reason, Nandi. I don't talk over and over. Then are just one of the reasons. We don't talk say some of the reasons now the population and the settlements that we don't get complex challenges where one council not go able to deal with. We don't talk about the geography and the closeness of the council towards the areas than they. We don't talk about the topography and how difficult it is for let one council go to them people than they and then localities than they. We don't also talk about future growth. Because when they talk about future growth and also the expansion of the various areas, communities they come up. And because of that, you know, go say na one great council, no more one great council inside Freetown. Now go manage all them communities they need. They are facing challenges. And me as minister for the past 6 years, no say the challenges are there. There are challenges that Freetown City Council not able to surmount. We cannot be glossing over these challenges. Let's say one aspect when you talk about sanitation. You paint a glorious picture of how sanitation day, of how this and that day, but the reality is the local council is actually responsible for sanitation.
Right, but again, if you ask the council, it go tell you say then they find it difficult for get couple. Even 2025, they not get any money from government.
Well, they don't get money. They don't get money.
When they transfer?
Well, they get money. The transfers can be late. Then they will not deny that.
But yeah, we are saying the mayor say.
Well, the mayor say they don't get money, but they don't get money. Then they back na lie. Because clearly in the tribe for talk say,
because the meeting just last week.
About a month ago, money has been transferred, a large sum of money to local councils.
Almost in total.
Well, I can't from what is I know Silona just name figure, but me no say the Ministry of Finance don't transfer money. Yes, we agree transfers can be late, have been late, and obviously government is working over so many priorities at the same time. And government also, as I don't informing the Ministry of Finance, say the other transfer also done ready. But I'm not going to make unable plan because of that. We're not going to plan. We have, this is a sovereign state. A sovereign state, it get aspirations. When you read, even United Nations, they say 2030 strategic goals for development. Now aspiration, now an objective. We got to work towards that. African Union say 2063 aspiration for when we achieve certain things. If we not plan as a nation as to what we really need for benefit, how can we meet them target then? We just sit down no more say, oh Lord, sit down no more because we not get money, we not get this and that. No, we have to find it. When you set the plan, you work towards that goal day, and one of them strategic thing that West council need for do now for harness the resources the way they under their foot.
Let we look at, you talk about the division where governments do inside 2017, and you say they're not being able to do all, but the government will continue for divide localities and redistricting. When you look at the 2017 redistricting or geomapping of the chiefdoms, them now based on the 2015 census, for this redistricting we will forget Panguma and Bandajuma, and also creates 3 localities now: western area rural and western area urban. Now, whose results or waiting governments they base this redistricting and localities creation on?
On so many factors.
What are some of these factors?
Not only population. I don't go through that. One, the population important and the population density important. The geography of the area, what would they call geographical contiguity, very, very important. We also talk about the topography of the area, how difficult it is, how challenging it is for let you access them place the name, for let people they access services. You look at that. You look at the future growth. I don't talk about that, expansion of the area. So this is all about planning. And when they talk down there, you see, people that go out for military, we always get population statistics in this country. We have never been found wanting. Forget statistics, but population we do. But let me remind you, say, you know what would they do so? Historically, this now President Ernest Bai Krumah in 2012 in parliamentary speech on decentralization. When he talk about deepening decentralization, let you know no more say, not to today this start. What did President Krumah said, paragraph 88, and I quote, "We shall reform the structure of municipal governance by the creation of new area councils within the city of Freetown, with appropriate functional assignments and revenue assignment between the area councils and the Greater Freetown City Council." I quote closed. This is 2012. Look how long did it take we for let we get there. So even though government slow with the toxin and continuity, if them we don't think and that the way the population, even though they today, the way they so they like today, that means the population has always existed. You go now some of them settlement, they let you see the amount of people that we did. And let you see whether council they closer to the even.
Okay.
These are the issues that they actually did.
Now the consultation don't start with the Freetown City Council. When would they see now the Western Rural the consultation continue?
We don't do Western Rural. This is going to continue. You know, the misinformation where they go around, it is because we take time for let we come. Now, when we don't get all the engagement here, we don't do Western Rural District Council, and I need for state here. And I really want for, thank you to Western Rural District Council. Because waiting would they expect, say engagement. For let we engage, let we get conversation. We get on a Western Rural District Council. The chairman, not the 100% in favor. But I can never say I give this credit to him. So when I become minister, about 2 years into my becoming minister, the chairman for Western Rural District Council now can't talk to me say, Minister, this place it don't become too big and challenging. It's fine for things but new councils. Even though we'll go there, we'll say when 3 areas councils they want for develop, the chairman for Western Rural District Council say, oh no, Minister, I want to reduce them to 2. That's the sort of conversation we want to have with people.
All right, not so what's the missing between the ministry and Mayor Yvonne Akinsoya?
Let me finish.
It's like say you're comfortable or
no, let me finish with that. Let me just finish there because I don't talk about Freetown. This is not all about Freetown. This is now redistricting way now the whole country. Everybody, Freetown our capital city. Very important capital city. We don't have to let people then they spread misinformation just because for serve their own self-interest. Western Rural District, prior to 2004, we get 4 councils. You will get Koya, where the headquarters will be Newton. You will get Mountain, where the headquarters will be Regent. You will get York, where the headquarters will be York. You will get Waterloo, where the headquarters will be Waterloo. Government at that time thinks say, let's bring them come together, let's form one Western Rural District Council. Now, because of the increase in population and the challenges all over the place, government now they think and say, if fine for let we separate them place, then they will create more local councils for the benefit of the people of Freetown. Right. This it will only benefit the people of Freetown, Western Rural District, and the people of Salone, because Salone they moved before.
Program Good Morning Salone they continue. We go look at the messages that I don't send on 07798198 on also our Facebook page. But we look at other aspects of this redistricting and creation of new localities. Mr. Minister, Lunge being the part of the proposal, then they still stand as a city?
Yes, Lunge still stand. Lunge, one of the localities that we go for establish. Lunge get a strategic position for this country. Now in the house with international airports, now the gateway for this country. Lunge them demonstrate a lot of potential in terms of growth and also in terms of economic development. So Lunge will be one of the localities that we will establish as a city status.
This is not the first time people they read words like that and even don't get a simulation video of how Lunge get for town of a capital city. How this one would different from them promises them or then thing the way people don't hear.
This one will happen because clearly this not things we don't discuss in our cabinet, and clearly we believe say now that night for happen. If you go Lunge of late, you will see say this is very important for Lunge for attract the kind of either international attention for investment, for development for that area there. And one of the areas that we believe say the government very much believes say get the potential for develop and for grow in the future in this country.
In terms of the redistricting in localities, after the 2017 de-amalgamation, confusion still or concern still been there about who say the district headquarter towns for the or who say the boundaries then for the way then concerns. After the 2017 de-amalgamation, confusion or issues still been there between Nakarina district between Bat Kanu and Kamakwe, who said district headquarters get for day, and also Falaba district between Mongo Bendugu and Falaba itself said the district headquarters get for day. And some boundaries then get issues them, some chiefdoms them. Now you say una they create new districts them Panguma and Bandajuma. You don't consult with the people na that part of the country they. What did then tell una and how una they solve some of the issues that make them not occur in the future after the de-amalgamation or redistricting?
Very good question. You see, now make this government really a listening government and committed for do what the people they actually want. One of the questions that people they ask is why make president not make the proclamation straight before ever una they engage? Because that's really now for don't happen. As I've been stated previously, when you talk to the people, you talk about that confusion they for say between Falaba and Mongo Bendugu. As far as government concerned, Mongo Bendugu na the capital for Falaba district. As far as government concerned, Bat Kanu na the capital for
between Kamakwe and Bat.
Kamakwe na the headquarter for carrying a district. People then can yarn, and like how they go around. So now one of the topic I think that way people then can actually talk about. When you go towards Panguma, would not forget the headquarter. When you go to how you call them Bandajuma, would not forget the headquarter. But with a listen. And all they listen back with the worker as a ministry for let we see who the best position for let we make that recommendation to His Excellency the President. But I get for tell you say at the end of the day, His Excellency the President, now in the name locality, now in the decide what the composition of that locality get for day, and also the headquarter, who's that headquarter they go there. His Excellency the President, where we know now somebody where they think deep. And obviously go on for think alongside waiting the people they want.
Okay, we go can look at text messages and way people don't send on 07798191 also on our Facebook page, Usman.
This one say yesterday Mayor Ivana Kisoya said government has just paid last year quota, meaning government does not have the funds to pay even this year quota. Where will government have the funds to pay these new proposed councils?
This one from Celia Boma on our Facebook page. They say this is supposed to be a win-win situation for people and country. Planning long-term goals is ongoing process in governance, but it should be inclusive. Let the nation understand how and when resources will be disbursed to manage their respective areas. It shall be well for Sierra Leone.
This one again from Tunde Scott to say the government should first focus on dividing Kenema district since Kenema is more populated than Freetown. The SLPP government is aware that they will never win any mayoral election in Freetown for decades to come. That's the reason for all this drama.
This one from Abubakar Rashid on Facebook page. You say, Mr. Minister, what about the paramount chiefs? Are you going to reduce some of their boundaries? What is their reactions? Are they fully aware of the plans?
This one from Mystic Nadwazaki say engagement with local council is key in every move the Ministry of Local Government want to take. Secondly, many Sierra Leoneans are questioning the desperation of the ministry.
This one from Samuel Kamara on our Facebook. He said, Mr. Minister, where is the evidence to show that the mayor orchestrated the meeting? This is a mere allegations. The people who were there were invited by the ministry. Example, the councillors and other people.
This other one say, Mr. Minister, if you get two women, if you get one woman, you're not able for gear all what you want. You go married another one again where you not get the ability. Now this they happen presently.
This one they say Lansana Ali Bangura say the present localities and councils are presently underfunded. Dividing or increasing localities will bring more burden on central government. Mr. Minister, as on your consultation strategy with the mayor, has Freetown City Council received their subvention for this year?
This one from Macten and Englandville say government believes that dividing Freetown will allow for more targeted and efficient. Governance enabling each local council to focus on specific area of the city.
This one from Okon Jenkins. He say, please ask the minister that before splitting the city, did he consult the people of Freetown, because Freetown belongs to certain tribes? Did you call them to any meeting to explain the reason behind this?
This one say, these guys are doing all this for their political game. APC did the same. Now SLPP wanna continue.
Okay, this one from Kylie Silvanos adding, he say it's necessary to divide Freetown into different local council administration because the current mayor cannot afford to man the city properly. Common Abacha street trading, she can't control it, and the salad ground market close to her office, she rebuilt it after it was burned down by fire.
The last one I would take because of time. This one's from Lansana Alibango. I see no running, no pipe-borne running water, no better road facility and other infrastructures on Lunge. Even the bridge is still a dream. Is government not misplacing their priorities about Lunge as a new city?
This one says, Mr. Minister, try and send the devolved money to these localities before creating new localities.
Well,
and yeah, Usman, the last one for me for now, it say, this should not be about Ivona Kisoya, it's about Freetown City and the people of Freetown. How will this separation enhance service delivery, education, health, sanitation, water, etc. to the people of Freetown?
These are some of the messages, Mr. Minister. You respond.
Oh, thank you very much. I want to thank Freetowneans for the shades of opinion within the express. I want to tell you, thank you. We're already on this in this journey. Obviously, we will listen and continue for listen. This issue of government not transfer money. You see, now this are they try for say, you know, go try for put government in a bad state. And always that is what you do instead of actually saying what the reality is. Last year, you know, every year government they do budget in terms of what they go transfer. When you're in governance and you're in administration, you know, say sometimes there is a shortfall. Last year, government transferred 77% of devolved funds to the various localities. Budget year, now one full year. Whether budget year don't pass, the other year come. Obviously, when they make budget again for the other year, you know, go talk say government get debt in the other budget year. When the budget year don't already done. This year, let's say again very clearly that the money that was transferred this year to all local councils now under the 2025 budget. So now no make no mistake for beginning government say government not transfer no money we then transfer now last year money now then transfer. Far from it. Now this year money now government don't transfer. And government, as I know right now, Ministry of Finance, go transfer all the money very, very soon because I know say they don't approve them and that money they go be transferred. Somebody say, let them go divide Kenema. Kenema already get 2 councils. They get Kenema District Council, they also got Kenema City Council. Most district councils, they get 2 councils already. So the issue of now Freetown and Western Rural now only one council they get all over the country, and then get more population safe pass a lot of them side and day. So that argument say let them go divide Kenema. Kenema already get two district councils. Kono get 2 district councils. Tonkolili get 1 district council. Putloko get 2. Currently, as they move along, now so they see two district councils then they. So this is not new for create new localities and then various areas then they. Again, this issue of politics, I believe say the mayor believes say Freetown City Council or Freetown are the stronghold of APC.
And that's what I tell you?
Well, that is the argument. Clearly, if that is the issue, as projected and the comments the way they come, then this is really about helping the stronghold for let them get better in terms of delivering services for the people of Freetown. Freetown are a mixed bag. At the end of the day, everybody deny. You don't go just say this na a caucus because of a caucus. Now for make will not do what we need for do things say benefit the people of Freetown. I don't cite examples of other capital cities where get various localities, and as time they go, now so then they create new localities for the better efficiency and management of either resource mobilization or also transferring some of these services to their localities they are. Somebody say the PCs and reaction. You know what? When people they know say waiting government they do a day in their interest. You know, as we go along, the paramount chiefs that are part of the conversation, as we go along, and we not really don't get any dissension. Whether paramount chief don't say this or that. People are very amiable and also very accepting to the fact say this needs to happen because really it's about national development and planning for the future of this country. People generally are law abiding because they know say the law it provides for them kind of thing they do. Now I don't state the law very, very clear through the Local Government Act, Part 2, in terms of how you establish localities, how you establish local councils, for say any geographical area at any one point in time on the advice of the Ministry of Local Government, Minister of Finance, ECSL, okay. Will advise His Excellency the President to declare any, and I repeat, any area as a locality, okay, and assign a name to that locality and establish the council for that locality, okay, and provide for the number of people that will go man that particular locality day, and specify the place where the principal offices of that locality day, and provide any other matters that could arise for that particular locality.
We therefore see these redistricts and localities created, therefore going to parliament for making them pass some to law.
Well, therefore be a statutory instrument, a proclamation by His Excellency the President, statutory instrument laid in Parliament and for them mature.
And when will we see this one?
Well, as soon as His Excellency the President ready for do that.
We therefore see this come to effect before the 2018 election?
2018, 2028?
2028 rather, yes.
When a presidential proclamation, I make us say this is planning. You plan for the future. If we not plan right now for say we establish a locality there, when 2028 would them go do na the council there.
All right. Plenty thank you for joining inside the program this morning. In name na Tamba Lamina, the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs, as we there with a look at redistricting and other issues there we get for do with a local council. From time to time, we hope say you will give you the opportunity for explanation.
Thanks to Freetowneans and the people of Sierra Leone for giving me the privilege for serve.
All right. When I go to the cutting door of the program, Good Morning Salon, we come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM.